Hare Krishna everyone. Please switch on your videos. Okay. Okay, so yes. We will start with chanting. You have to say something.
Yes, um, I'm actually like on my monitor, so I'm actually gonna look there, but I'm gonna look at the machine.
Okay. Every others also please switch on your videos. Rihanna, Sahana, Shreyasi. So we will start with the chanting. Okay. So be in your comfortable position. First we will do the chanting, 5 minutes chanting, then we will start our class. Okay. So let's do 5 minutes chanting. Everyone, be in your comfortable position. Sit very nicely. If you don't have the beats, sit nicely and just on mute recite. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so for who have joined now, we are starting with the chanting. First, we will do 5 minutes chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Okay. Okay, very nice. So you know now that on one bead we chant the whole mantra on one bead. That is how you all are doing, right? On one beat, complete Mahamantra. Then on second beat, after completing the whole Mahamantra, move on to the next one. Okay. Okay. So in last class, what we did, we learned about yoga. We learned about moksha. Remember moksha? To go from material world to spiritual world, right? That is liberation or moksha. So what are the methods how we can attain this moksha? So we learned about two types of moksha. We learned about two types of method by how we can attain moksha: karma yoga and dhyan yoga. Remember karma yoga and dhyan yoga? Bit of some. You have you given the test? Okay, so I guess you may remember that what is Karma Yoga and Dhyan Yoga. Let's revise. Okay, so Karma Yoga and Dhyan Yoga. In Karma Yoga, there were three types: Karma Kand, Sakam Karma Yoga, and Nishkam Karma Yoga. All three are based on the Vedas. All three are based on scriptures. But what is the difference? In Karma Kand, we do something for our benefit, right? We do something for our benefit. Like I gave you an example. If someone wants to grow their business, if someone want to grow their business, they will go for karma kand, and they will have big sacrifices, big havan, big yag. Okay, so that will help them growing their business. Okay, that is because of their one benefit. Now second, we learned about sakam karma yoga. Sakam karma yoga is when you have done any activity based on the scriptures only, based on the vedas only, but the result you are getting is you are utilizing for yourself. You are utilizing it for yourself. Okay, you are giving the the fruitive activities you are getting, you are enjoying your own. And the third, nishkam karma yoga, whatever we get from our action, we will just offer that result to Lord. Like for example, if we are doctor, if we have become doctor and we have worked so hard, and the money we will get by treating the patients, we will use the money for in the service of Lord. Maybe if we have so much money, we can help build the temples. We can uh, we can give we can provide food to others, right? So we can use the money to for the in the service of Lord. So we learned this was karma yoga, and the next was dhyan yoga. In dhyan yoga, there were 8 principles. Do you remember all the 8 types? Series wise, anyone remembers? Okay, no worries. Okay, there was first is yam, to follow all the moral principles, niyam, all the rules and all the principles. Then asan, the yoga exercises, you do physical exercises. There are so many of types, right? So they come under asan. Then pranayam means breathing exercise. Okay. Then pratyahara means when we learn to control our senses and our mind. Okay, then dharan means when we try to focus our mind on God. When we are trying, it is dharan. And when we have learned to focus our mind on God, it is dhyan. And then the last is samadhi. When now in samadhi, we have to focus our mind on God for a very long time. So this was all clear. This was a little revision what we did in the last class. Now today we are going to learn about, I told you 3 types: karma yoga, dhyana yoga, and bhakti yoga. So 2 we did already. Now third is bhakti yoga, and this is the most important way by how we can attain moksha. So this is the most important out of all three. We should know all three, but out of all three, this is the most important, and this is the easiest one which we all can do. Okay, so we are going to learn about today bhakti yoga. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so yes, bhakti yoga, this is the third way, or path of bhakti, is a way by which we can try to achieve moksha. So there are also types in bhakti yoga, and one by one we are going to learn all the types. So number one, These are very important. I told you this is the most important type, path. So you all have to listen to me very clearly, okay? First one is Shravanam. 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 Shravanam means, what does it mean? It means to hear. Shravanam means to hear. And to hear about what? To hear about all the transcendental descriptions about Lord. How many, if you will learn about the names, Krishna has so many names, right? So many names of Krishna. If you learn about his names, if you learn about his pastimes, hear about his pastimes, if you hear like we hear the Damodar Leela, remember the last week we heard the Damodar Leela, I told you about the pastime of Damodar Leela, Damodar. This comes under Shravanam. When we hear about Lord, when we hear about anything related to Lord, when we hear, this comes under Shravanam. We are hearing about the names, there are so many names of Krishna. If we are hearing about the names, if we are hearing about the forms, if we are hearing about the qualities of Krishna, what the qualities he have, if we are hearing about the pastimes, okay, these all comes under Shravanam. Whenever we hear about the Krishna, there is an example given, Parikshit Maharaj. Do you know Pandav? Pandav, do you remember Pandav? Pandav's, there was Arjun, remember Arjun? So Arjun's grandson was Parikshit Maharaj. His name was Parikshit Maharaj. So the example given is Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj, there is a one is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is when Krishna is, it is Krishna is speaking, okay, and there is one another scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam, in Srimad Bhagavatam everything is about Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is by Krishna. Krishna has spoken. Bhagavad Gita is by Krishna, but Srimad Bhagavatam is about Krishna. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj, he heard the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this comes under Shravanam. He heard the Srimad Bhagavatam from a very advanced devotee. Okay, so this much you have to learn about Parikshit Maharaj. He heard the Srimad Bhagavatam from advanced devotee. Very advanced devotee means very high classified devotee who has every knowledge of Lord. Understood? So first is Shravanam. Shravanam means to hear about Lord. Here his transcendental descriptions. First, Shravanam. Now second, Kirtanam. Second is Kirtanam. Kirtanam means to sing the glories of Lord, to talk about Lord, to speak about Lord. That comes under Kirtanam. If now you know the Damodar pastime. I told you about the Damodar pastime. Okay. Now whenever you go or meet your friend, now you can say, okay, let me tell you a story about Krishna. That there was he wanted to, there was Yashoda Maya. He wanted to, like, he broke all the pots. Now you are going to tell that pastime to your friend. That also comes under Kirtanam, because you're talking about Krishna. Okay, that also comes under Kirtanam. There are so many devotees who sing so many beautiful songs, beautiful bhajans about Krishna. This all comes under Kirtanam. When we are talking about God, when we are speaking about his forms, when we are chanting, we chant, this also comes under Kirtanam. When we chant his holy name, this also comes under Kirtanam when we speak. Now, do you remember in first Shravanam, we learned about Parikshit Maharaj? He was hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, who was telling him the Srimad Bhagavatam? See in the example, Shukdev Goswami. Shukdev Goswami was the speaker. So, he was speaking about Krishna, and who was hearing? Parikshit Maharaj. So, example number 1, Shravanam, Parikshit Maharaj. And example and two into Kirtanam, Shukdev Goswami. He was speaking Srimad Bhagavatam. So whenever we say anything, whenever we speak anything about Krishna, all his forms, there are so many Krishna's form. There is glories of Krishna, how he uplifted the Govardhan mountain. There are so many things, so many pastimes about Krishna. And even when we chant about Krishna, we say his holy name. This comes under Kirtanam. Okay, so first is Shravanam, when we hear about Krishna, when we hear about Lord. Second is Kirtanam, when we speak, when we talk, when we sing about Krishna. Okay, now third is Smaranam. Smaranam. Smaranam, when we think about Krishna, think about Lord. Okay, when we constantly remembers the name and form of the Lord. There are many examples. You know Hanumanji. Hanumanji. Hanumanji is a very high devotee, very high pure devotee of Lord Ram. Okay, so what he constantly remembers the form of Lord. Whenever he go, he not even for a millisecond he forgets Lord Ram. He never forgets. He constantly remembers Lord Ram. Okay, he constantly, that comes under Smaranam. When someone constantly remembers the name and form of the Lord. There was a devotee also, name was Shabari. Okay, so there was a story also that Shabari, she was a very she was very nice devotee, and she wanted to, she was waiting for that my lord will come. So she constantly remembers Lord Ram, that I will every day she used to clean her she used to clean her house, all her garden, and prepare the good food and also fruits from the trees every day. She thinks that, oh, I don't know if maybe today my lord will come, maybe tomorrow. Every day in the, like, no, I don't know when he will come, so every day I have to be prepared. I don't know when, if he comes, and if I don't have anything ready, what will I do? So every day she constantly remembers Lord Ram, that she do all things for Lord Ram, that when he comes, I will do this, I will offer him this food. So every day she constantly remembers Lord Ram. So when we constantly remembers about the Lord, forms, names of the Lord, this comes under Smaranam. Okay, so the example, Hanumanji, Shabari, and also Prahlad Maharaj. Remember, I told you Prahlad Maharaj, Narsim Bhagwan. If you remember, I told you to watch the movie Narsim Avatar on Netflix. Okay, if you're not, no worries. Narsim Bhagwan, Narsim Avatar of this Bhagwan, Prahlad Maharaj, he used to constantly remember, no matter how much problem he get into, no matter how much his father tried to kill him, his father was trying to punish him, he was trying to do so much bad to him. Um, he even told his guards to take Prahlad to the top of the mountain and push him from the mountain. At that time also, when Prahlad Maharaj was falling from the highest mountain, at that time also he was constantly remember Lord. So when we constantly remember the Lord, it comes under Smaranam. Okay, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. Understood? Now fourth. Pad Sevanam. Pad means feet. Lotus feet. I told you everything about Lord is lotus. His lotus face, lotus hands, lotus feet. So pad means to feet. So Sevanam means to do seva, to service, to give service, to service, uh, to render service to the Lord's lotus feet. And this service is done by goddess Lakshmi. Just like if you have seen, you may have seen the pictures, if you have heard from your parents, that there are so many devotees, we offer tulsi leaf. There's a leaf, tulsi leaf, we offer it to the Lord's feet. There are so many devotees who offer the tulsi leaves to the Lord's feet. That also comes under path Sevnam, because tulsi leaf is very dear to Krishna, very dear to Krishna. Tulsi leaf is very dear to Krishna. So when we offer that Tulsi leaf to Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna becomes happy. He becomes pleased, because when we love someone and we offer something which they like, so they become so happy. That's how Krishna loves Tulsi leaves. So when we offer Tulsi leaf, it comes under Path Sevnam. And so you can see in the picture, this picture, goddess Lakshmi She is rendering her service to the lotus feet of Lord. Okay, so that comes under Pad Sevanam. Pad means feet. Sevanam means to do service. Okay, tulsi leaf, and also we offer flowers also. So this comes under Pad Sevanam, and the example is goddess Lakshmi. You can see in the picture. Okay, so now next is Archana. Archana. Archana is a type of bhakti in which we refer worship through rituals such as puja or fire offering. Okay, so when we do puja at our home, worshipping home at our home, this comes under Archana. Not like with all the rituals, with all the rules we do when we worship Lord, with all the rituals and all the rules when we worship Lord, when we offer something to Lord, this comes under Archanam. Okay, it is an example you can learn Prithu Maharaj. Okay, this comes under Archanam. Now, sixth is Vandanam. Vandanam. It means to remember Krishna by prayers. There are so many prayers, so many prayers. Like one of the prayer, it is a kind of a prayer. One of the prayer we learned Damodar Ashtakam. So when we are singing that Damodar Ashtakam in front of Krishna, he will become so happy. So there only we learn Damodar Ashtakam. There are so many prayers, so many prayers. There are so many prayers we can offer, and we can, when someone remembers, when someone worship Krishna through prayers by singing the prayers, that comes under Vandanam. Like I told you, Satyavrat Munu, he was praying, or he was singing for Krishna, he was praying, he was worshipping Krishna through his prayers, through Damodar Ashtakam. Okay, so that comes under Vandanam. And there was an example is given Akrur. Akrur, we will learn about Akarur in some class. I will arrange in detail. Okay, so right now you have to remember that when someone worship through prayers, one of the example I gave you, this comes under Vandanam. Okay, Vandanam. Seventh is Dasyam. Dasyam means it is to consider oneself a slave of the Lord. Das means to slave, servant of the Lord. When we consider ourselves servant of the Lord, it comes under Dasyam. Who is the highest Dasyam? Hanumanji. One of the examples, Hanumanji, Sri Hanuman. Hanumanji considers himself as the servant of the Hanumanji is the servant of Lord Ram. And to become a servant, you need humility. Like no matter how much big service you give to Hanumanji or how much small service, no matter how much, like for example, take us. If we are capable of so many things, it is just an example. Let's understand by an example. We are capable of so many things. Okay, like there is Tarsh. It is just an example. Tarsh is here, and Tarsh is capable of so many things. Okay, so if I give Tarsh that, okay Tarsh, can you please bring me a water? Can you please bring me a water? So what Tarsh will say, I am capable of so many things and you're asking me for water? It is just an example, okay? And you're asking me for water? You could have asked me for anything, any big thing. Why water? So we will have that I can do so many things, but why water? Why she's asking about just one small thing, water? But Hanumanji is like, no matter how much small you give, small service he do that with such thousand% humility. Not 100%, 1000% humility. No matter how much small service he gets, no matter how much big service he gets, he does everything with very finely, very perfect way. That comes under humility. Okay, so when we become servant of Lord, we have to do, no matter what the small thing we are doing or the big thing, we have to do it with so much love. That comes under Dasyam. To consider that I am the servant of Lord, though I have to do it very nicely with an attitude of humility. Okay, no ego, no arrogance, humility. So Dasyam example is Sri Hanuman. Eighth is Sakhyam. Sakhyam means to being friend with Krishna, means a well-wisher of Krishna. Like Arjun is a good friend of Krishna. Okay, that's why Arjun in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says that you are my dear friend. So when our relation with Krishna becomes like a friend, when we surrender, everyone want to surrender unto him because everyone is constitutionally his servant. Therefore, as a sincere friend to Krishna, one should preach this philosophy, requesting everyone to surrender unto Krishna. Like when we have our friend and our friend is doing something, it's just an example. So we will just motivate others also, just please follow my friend, he's doing so good work. So we will, in that way, like we are doing our friendship thing. So that's how we can be friend of Krishna, and we can ask other also that please read Bhagavad Gita and listen about Krishna and hear about Krishna and read about Krishna. So this is how we can reciprocate our friendship, or we can have a good relation with Krishna in a Sakyam way. We can be friends with, in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says that you can be my friend. There are so many ways by which we can connect ourselves with Krishna, and one of them is Sakyam, to be friend with Krishna, well-wisher of Krishna. Okay. So one of the example is Arjun and Sudama also. Sudama was a very great, Sudama and Krishna, they went to Gurukul together. So Sudama is a very good friend of Krishna. Arjun and Sudama both comes under Sakhyam. Okay. So they're friends of Krishna. Now 9 is Atmanivedan. So there are total 9, and 9 is Atmanivedan. When we surrender ourselves, when we self offer ourselves to Krishna. Okay, oh Krishna, now I am completely yours. So there is an example, Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj. There are so many forms of Krishna, and one of the form is Vaman form. Vaman means a dwarf. Vaman means dwarf. So there was a pastime when Krishna came in the form of dwarf, and there was a very big king known as Bali Maharaj. And when Krishna came, Vaman in a Vaman form, in dwarf form, Vaman avatar, Krishna came and asked for for wish. Then he said, then Bali Maharaj said, I can, you, in 3 steps, you can take whatever. Bali Maharaj said that you can take, he came in a Vaman, in a saint form. So Bali Maharaj said that you can take in on your 3 steps, like 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, whatever you will take your step on, I will just give it to you. So Krishna is Krishna. So at 1 step, he, in when he took his 1 step, when Bali Maharaj said that you can take whatever you want and your whatever comes under your 3 step. So Krishna became so huge that at his 1 step, the whole universes of universes come under his 1 feet. 1 step only. 1 step, all under his feet. And so, second step and third step. So, when third step, he does not, so 1 step completed and second step also completed. He completed all the universes. Now, Bali Maharaj have, though he was the king of everything, though he's the king of very huge kingdom, but now Bali Maharaj have nothing to offer him because everything is already under the step of Krishna. Now 1 step left. First is done, second is done, now 1 step left. Now Bali Maharaj realizes that now Bali Maharaj realizes, and he offer himself that, oh, you can see in the scripture that, oh Lord, please consider me your servant. And then the third step of the Vaman avatar form of Krishna, third step was on Bali Maharaj's head. So he completely surrendered himself to the Krishna. Self-offering. When you completely surrender that I am nothing, I am all yours. But this is the truth. Okay. Yeah. So Atmanivedan means self-offering or self-dedication. This limb of devotion entails offering one's entire being to Bhagwan. Entire, we self our entire everything to Bhagwan. Bhagwan, Lord. Beginning from the body to the pure self. Even this body, it is from the body, then everything is just we are offering to God. It is characterized by an absence of striving for one's own self, the offering of all one's practices and attainments to Bhagwan, and the concentration of one's endeavors exclusively for Bhagwan. Everything, whatever he's performing, all his practices, he are just, whatever he's doing is exclusively for Lord. Atma Nivedan. Atma means self. Atma means self. Nivedana means offering. I offer myself to the Lord completely. Now, whatever I'm doing, it's all exclusively for you. So, example is Bali Maharaj. Understood? So, first we learned about Shravanam. Second, we learned about Shravanam to hear about Krishna, Kirtanam to sing about Krishna, third, Smaranam to constantly remember about Lord, fourth, Padsevanam to render service to the lotus feet of Lord, fifth is Archanam when we do the puja, worshipping through the rituals to Lord, then Vandanam constantly remembers or worshipping Krishna through prayers, then Dasyam being the slave, being a servant of the Lord, then Sakyam being the well-wisher or the friend of Lord, then ninth is Atmanivedan, to completely surrender to the Lord. Understood? Okay, understood? So Bhakti Yoga, there are 9 types. 9 types you all understood? Any doubt? No doubt. Everyone understood everything. I guess we have to do some verses also. Wait, let me check. Yes, we have to do some verses also. Wait. Verses we will learn tomorrow. Tomorrow is a verses session. So verses we are going to learn tomorrow. Okay, all together, all the verses. Okay, yes. So all these 9 types. I told you 3 types how we can attain moksha. So out of the 3, this bhakti yoga is the most important. And just like I told you, in dhyan yoga series wise we have to go. Remember, series that you cannot skip from one thing and then jump onto it. This is how we have to do in bhakti yoga also. First is Shravanam. First, we have to learn about, first, we have to start Shravanam. These are like stairs. We cannot jump from first to the last. We cannot, right? We have to take the step one by one. So, first, we have to practice the Shravanam. Shravanam we have to practice. Okay, 2. What is Shravanam? What is Shravanam? To hear about Krishna. First, we have to practice to hear about Krishna. Then we are going to practice Kirtanam. When we are going to hear, we are going to learn. Then we know that what we have to speak, what we have to sing. Understood? So these are step by step. First, to hear about Krishna, then to speak about Krishna. So these are the most easiest method, Shravanam and Kirtanam, and these are the methods by which we can start our practicing devotion. Understood? Understood, right? First Shravanam, first we have to hear about Krishna, then we have to speak about Krishna. So these are the first 2 things must be clear. We cannot skip directly to the Atmanivedan is we cannot, Atmanivedan, to understand, to being friend with Krishna, to being Sakyam, 8th step, to being friend with Krishna, we should know about our friend, right? Before knowing our friend, how can we be good? How can we be good friend with Krishna? So first we have to know about Krishna. And how can we know about Krishna? By doing Shravanam, to hear about Krishna. Okay, so hear about Krishna, then speak about Krishna. So step by step we have to go. You cannot skip anything. Okay, understood? Yes. So today we also have 2 verses. Okay, verses. Till here everything is clear, right? Everything is clear. Okay. So verses you can see on the screen. We are going to learn 2 verses today. Who will recite with me? Rihanna? Rihanna,
Yes.
you will recite after me, okay? And everyone on mute only you can recite. Okay, how many of you? Okay, no worries. Everyone recite with me. Okay, this is verse number 22 from chapter number 9. Okay, now recite. Anyanas
Anyanas
chintayanto mam
Chintananyomam
chintayanto mam
Chintayanto mam
ye jana
Yejana
paryupashate
Paryopashate
tesham
Tesham
nityabhiyuktanam
Nityapayuktaham
nityabhiyuktanam
Nityapayuktaham
nitya bhiyuktanam
Nityapayuktanam
yogashemam
Yogashenam
vahamyaham
Vayaham
vahamyaham
Vahamiham
anyanas
Anyanas
chintayanto mam
Chintamanyomam
ye jana
Yejana
paryu paryupashate
Paryupashate
tesham
Tesham
nityabhyuktanam
Nityayuktanam
yogashemam
Yogashenam
vahamyaham.
Vahamyaham.
Okay, so we are the translation. But those, the translation of the verses, but those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Okay. So the meaning is very clear that when we are worshipping Krishna, worshipping Lord with so much exclusive devotion that everything I am doing Krishna, it is for you only, exclusively for you only. And when we meditate, this is our beginning where we are only trying. Okay, this is our beginning stage that we are when we chant Krishna's name, very high devotees who are at the very high class devotees, when they chant Krishna's name, the chanting we do, when they do in the similar way, what they do, they remember, they meditate Krishna in their mind. Krishna's form comes, so they meditate on his transcendental form. Okay, so just like how we are meditating on Krishna's name, that so when we are meditating on Krishna's name, when we are eventually going to do it more and more oftenly, we will learn that we will have that transcendental form of Krishna. We will, even now we have to try that when we are closing our eyes, we have to focus on Krishna. Just any picture you love of Krishna, any form you love of Krishna, just try to remember that picture. So when we worship ourselves, when we worship Krishna with so much exclusive devotion, what Krishna says, that what whoever is doing this, whoever is worshipping me with so much devotion, I carry what they lack. Krishna will help them. Krishna will help them. Like, for example, there are so many people who think that how will I just manage? Like, for example, if there is a person who is so much busy in his material life, in his this life, so much have to do so much work, and he does not get time to do read Bhagavad Gita or do spiritual activities. But still, if he tries, If he tries and after all the hard work, after all the work, all the time he is giving to his office work or his school work or his anything, when he's trying and coming to home and he's still trying to read Bhagavad Gita, trying to chant his name and praying to Krishna that, oh Krishna, I don't have much time, but whatever I am doing with my pure devotion, and please accept this. So what Krishna will manage all his time, that okay, he is trying, at least he's trying from that 24 hours, at least he's giving me some hours, so Krishna will manage everything for the for his devotee, for the devotion he is providing, for the devotion he is carrying towards Krishna. Okay, so Krishna is, to them I carry what they lack. Krishna will arrange something, Krishna will arrange everything. We think that okay, how will we manage this, how will we have to do so much, we have to do all the work, then we have to chant also, then we have to read also. You don't have to worry, you just have to have faith on Krishna, and Krishna will do everything. Krishna will manage your time also. Understood? So verse number 22 you understood, right? You understood the verse number 22?
Yes.
That Krishna will provide what you lack, and what the qualities you have, Krishna will enhance them. So whenever you think that okay, how will I manage my spiritual activities, Krishna will help you. You just have to believe Krishna. You just have to pray to Krishna. Understood? Nice. Okay. So yes, the next verse from the same chapter, chapter number 9, verse number 26. Patram pushpam
Patram pushpam
phalam toyam
phalam toyam
यो मे भक्त्या
यो मे भक्त्या
प्रयच्छति
प्रेक्षति
तदहं भक्ति
तदहं
तदा
भक्ति
उपरितम्
अपरतम
अश्नामि
अश्नम
प्रयतात्मन्
प्रयतात्मन
प्रयतात्मना प्रयतात्मना
प्रयतात्मना
पत्रं पुष्पं
पत्र पुष्पम
फलं तोयं
लंगोयम
यो मे भक्त्या
यो मे भक्त्या
प्रयच्छति
प्रयच्छति
तदहं भक्ते
तदं भक्ते
उपरितम्
उपरतम
अश्नामि
अश्नमे
प्रयतात्मना.
प्रयतात्मना.
Yes. Okay, so in this verse, Krishna is saying that if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, or what, a fruit or water, I will accept it. So we don't. Krishna is saying that even if you offer me a leaf, a small leaf of tulsi leaf. Leaf means tulsi leaf. Even if you offer Krishna tulsi leaf or a glass of water to Krishna, but with pure love, pure devotion, Krishna will happily accept it. If you do not have money, if you cannot provide so much food to Krishna, just provide him with one fruit and one glass of water. Krishna will be so much happy. So Krishna is saying that you will have to offer me everything with love and devotion. Understood? You have to offer everything Krishna to with love and devotion. If you do not have many things, that okay, if you're seeing anyone, okay, just an example, if someone is offering so much to Krishna, so much buckets and basket of fruits and lots of food and so much of juices, and now here I am, okay Krishna, I don't have much, but now I am offering, I have this fruit and this small leaf I have, so please accept it. So Krishna will happily accept it. What he sees, your pure love and devotion, behind your offering. Understood? So whatever you have, if you even have a small thing, you can offer Krishna. And don't think that Krishna will not accept it. Krishna will accept it. Krishna will happily accept it. Even you offer a little flower, little fruit, water, glass of water, or a small leaf, tulsi leaf you will offer, Krishna will happily accept it. He will just look for your devotion and love. Okay, understood? So if you're offering Krishna anything, oh Krishna, I bought this fruit for you, please accept it with pure love and devotion. Krishna will accept it happily. He will be so happy. Okay, so if you eat any fruit, you all eat, right? So if you eat any fruit, before eating, wash your fruit, one fruit or apple or anything, or wash your fruit, and offer it to Krishna, that oh Krishna, please accept this fruit with the tulsi leaf. I told you Krishna is very dearmost is tulsi leaf. Have you seen tulsi leaf? So yeah, yes, okay. So whenever we offer something to Krishna, we just put a tulsi leaf on the top. Okay, on the top we put the tulsi leaf, and then we offer it to Krishna, and just ask Krishna, pray Krishna to please accept this fruit or whatever we are offering with pure love and devotion. The love Krishna sees is love. Krishna wants your love. Okay, if you're offering the apple, will Krishna eat your apple? Who is going to eat your apple? You will just offer and then take back the apple, and you are going to eat the apple, right? Krishna is not going to eat the apple. So what he is looking for, if he is not going to eat your food, what he is looking for your love and devotion. That whatever he is offering me, he is offering me with love and devotion. So Krishna is looking for the love and
पापा
devotion. So whatever you
मुझे
are
बात
offering, offer it with
कृष्णा के
love and
फेवरेट
devotion.
मत ऐकले त्यांचं रोज
Yeah. Okay. So understood about the 9 types of Bhakti Yoga we done, and the 2 verses. Okay, so you understood? You understood the verse meaning, both the verses meaning? Any doubt? So will you try to offer a fruit or a glass of water to Krishna? Krishna will be so happy. Even if you don't have Krishna's picture, just print the Krishna's picture. Print any one of your favorite picture from the Google or Pinterest. Just print it and have it in your room or in nearby your temple, and then you can offer it Krishna. Krishna will be so happy. Okay, very nice. Okay. Any doubt? Understood everything? Very nice. Okay, so tomorrow when we will have class, please revise all this. Then we are going to have one more revision. Then we will go with the verses learning. Okay? Very nice. So see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा
Hare
हरे
Krishna.
कृष्णा
Hare Krishna.